President Trump a short time ago telling Walmart that the company should, I'm quoting now, eat the cost, end quote, of higher tariffs. The comments come after the retail giant said this week that it would raise prices because of Trump's tariffs being too high.
Walmart plans to shut down 269 stores. 154 of them will be in the U.S. 10,000 American workers will be affected.
Walmart is in the middle of a political war, but it's not over discounts. In fact, a far-right group is now calling on Trump supporters to boycott the retail giant.
While people were caught up in politics and social media, a major crisis was quietly unfolding. America's retail system began to break down. Walmart, the country's biggest discount retailer, is facing a massive $25 billion loss in the second quarter of 2025. This isn't just a financial blow. It signals deeper trouble for the way Americans shop and work.
Is it possible financially for Walmart and these other companies to absorb the cost of these tariffs?
Their net profit margin is less than 3%. So if they eat these tariffs, they will actually lose money.
I personally would like to see many of our people settle down in Walmarts like Bentonville, Arkansas, for instance, and plant their roots and get their home paid for and become leaders in their community.
The collapse at Walmart reflects a larger problem involving rising tariffs, job cuts, inflation, and a broken supply chain. On April 2nd, 2025, President Trump signed Executive Order 14,257, known as Liberation Day, launching one of the most aggressive tariff plans in U.S. history. Though framed as a step toward economic independence, it led to serious disruptions. Shipping a container from Asia to the U.S. shot up from $3,500 to $6,500 within 3 days, and could soon reach $8,500. A truck driver in Ohio said it felt like someone turned off the tap as goods stopped flowing into the country. Walmart, which relies on a massive network of suppliers, warehouses, and transportation, not just stores, is struggling. It's shutting down 10 key distribution centers, cutting 50,000 jobs. These centers are critical to keeping shelves stocked, and without them, the entire system weakens. With import costs soaring, Walmart is even pulling back its famous rollback signs. The company that built its name on low prices can no longer afford to keep that promise. This directly affects regular people. Economists estimate the new tariffs will cost every American household an extra $1,000 a year. And that's not a future prediction. It's already happening. The price of beef has gone from $12 to $14 a pound. A child's car seat costs $100 more. A patio furniture set may be $60 more than before. These small increases add up fast. And if Walmart, which handles 11,000 shipping containers a day, can't keep up, then the entire U.S. retail system will suffer. The just-in-time model that America relies on for goods is at risk of total failure. Factories overseas that depend on U.S. orders are also being affected. In China, a toy factory that supplied Walmart for 40 years had to lay off 130 out of 400 workers within weeks of the new tariffs. Similar situations are unfolding in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Mexico, places that were supposed to benefit from U.S. companies shifting production out of China. But now, even they are losing business. In Brooksville, Florida, a sewing factory that made uniforms for Walmart shut down after receiving one call canceling future orders. These stories are happening across the country and the world. The deeper issue is not just corporate losses or political decisions. It's about real people. The 50,000 Walmart workers losing their jobs will impact more than just themselves. Local gas stations, restaurants, schools, and shops all rely on their spending. A mayor in Georgia said a Walmart shutdown felt like a punch to workers' wallets, and she's not wrong. When a major employer disappears, the local economy suffers with it. Business owners across America are nervous. The U.S. Small Business Association just reported the lowest confidence level among small business owners in 51 years.
They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out? I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number? And don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question.
To make matters worse, a leaked memo called Project Triage revealed that Walmart had planned these shutdowns for months. They waited until the last minute to inform workers and communities. These closures aren't random. They're happening in areas hardest hit by tariffs like Riverside, California, and Brooksville, Florida. While politicians claim these tariffs will bring manufacturing back to the U.S.,
It's a move sending shockwaves through the global pharmaceutical industry. Donald Trump proposing a 200% tariff on imported medicine.
President Trump says he wants to bring back manufacturing jobs.
that's not happening. America doesn't have the factories, workers, or systems to suddenly start producing everything locally. Decades of outsourcing have hollowed out domestic industry, and rebuilding it isn't easy or quick. Meanwhile, other countries are responding. The European Union has warned that $380 billion in trade with the U.S. is now at risk and threatened $95 billion in counter tariffs. Canada's Prime Minister called the situation a political debt that must be paid. Mexico warned that 400,000 jobs inside the U.S. could disappear if the trade war continues. Investors are scared too. Gold prices are climbing as people move money into safe investments. Over $6 billion has been pulled out of retail investment funds, the biggest outflow since 2008. Walmart isn't giving up. It's investing $520 million into a high-tech AI system called Link 16 that will help reroute shipments before tariffs make them too costly. Over the next 10 years, the company plans to spend $350 billion rebuilding its supply chain, including building new factories in Arkansas, Ohio, and South Carolina, and moving operations to Vietnam and India. It's the biggest corporate restructuring in U.S. retail history. But this plan is risky. Every time President Trump hints at tariff changes, Walmart has to pivot fast. Running a $680 billion company based on unpredictable tweets is nearly impossible. Globally, the impact is even wider. China is now building new trade partnerships through its Belt and Road Initiative. European companies are cutting out U.S. middlemen and dealing directly with Asia. These changes may become permanent. Even if tariffs are lifted later, the new trade routes and relationships will likely stay. So what might happen next? There are three likely scenarios. First, a negotiated exit. Under pressure, the U.S. could slowly reduce tariffs over 18 months, giving companies time to adjust. Walmart's restructuring could work, and the company may recover. Second, the muddle-through option. Tariffs stay high, prices stay high, and Americans lose the era of cheap goods. The middle class will shrink, and spending will drop. Third, a total collapse. Trade war escalates, supply chains break down, and we enter a global recession worse than 2008. Walmart fails, and its fall drags down other companies. But at the heart of this story is a much bigger truth. For 30 years, the U.S. has relied on a simple system. Let other countries make things cheaply while we design and sell them. That system is breaking. The real issue isn't whether factories come back to the U.S., but whether Americans are ready to pay more for products made at home. That $9 beef now costing $14 might become the new normal, with or without tariffs. This shift impacts everyone. Even if you don't shop at Walmart, rising prices will affect your household budget.
When you say that Walmart should eat the cost of the tariffs, is that an acknowledgement that it is U.S. companies that bear the brunt of tariffs, not foreign countries?
Sometimes the country will eat it, sometimes Walmart will eat it, and sometimes there'll be something to pay, something extra. I've always been a fan, and I've always believed, and if you look, take a look at what I did 4 years ago. We had the greatest economy, and we had no inflation. Remember that, we had no inflation.
All retailers are under the same pressure. If you work in retail, manufacturing, or logistics, Now is the time to upskill or find new income streams. Investors should expect big changes in the retail industry, and small business owners must prepare for a future where big box stores may no longer support local economies. Still, there's reason to stay hopeful. Americans have always adapted, from agriculture to industry, from services to technology. This crisis could spark the next wave of innovation. New businesses are already emerging to fix supply chain problems. The future may be built around local manufacturing, regional delivery, and tech-savvy small businesses. Walmart's struggle is a warning sign that big change is coming, but it's also a chance to help shape what comes next. That's all for the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.